that on the power hammer. It's too hard to keep that even and move it through there. It's working. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. My name's Brock. I'm the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. Right now, I am forging out a large billet of Damascus. It's only 25 layers right now. We're going to draw it out, cut it up into 4 pieces, restack it, draw it out again, and it'll be 100 layers. Well, I don't see OSHA here, so, and I don't need to follow them, so. But yes, I am on skates. I thought it'd be fun to try and maybe give people a show. I don't know. No, I know. You're good. You know, and I thought with the skates, one, it'd just be interesting. I've never seen anybody do it. And 2, I thought it might be something people would think was funny and wanted to watch. So, I don't know. Alright, that's almost ready. I just had to rotate it, so another 30 seconds or so, be ready to do another press. 1,000 likes, nice, I appreciate it. Keep it up. The more times you hit the like button or tap on your screen, the more likes I get, and it is accumulative, so that helps me show up on more people's For You page, which means I can grow my page. I love it. Hey, keep them coming. Thanks, guys. is what's left over from that video I did. But I figure I'd keep the skull around. I think it's interesting. I'm gonna do that again. Next time I'm gonna weight down the stand, because the reason I couldn't get through it when I was shooting that video is the stand would just fall over. So I didn't quite think that one through. I think this next one we're going to do on the power hammer. There we go. Okay. Now we just gotta wait for this to get up to temp. I'm gonna run it through the power hammer. All I'm trying to do is keep the sides nice and square, keep everything nice and even. Takes longer, but in the end, I think the pattern looks a little better. And there's a lot less chance I'm going to have a failure or a delam on the sides of the billet. And hey, if you guys have any questions, even if it's about the skates, put it in the comments. I will answer. Not quite. Almost. All right, I'm going to turn this towards the power hammer. There's that round. So got the edges squared up. I did draw it out a little bit. With those dies on the power hammers, I'm going to draw really fast. I'm just using them to clean up the billet, keep it square and flat. Now we're going to go back to the press. I guess I should just turn the power hammer off. Well, yep. I usually don't have to worry about the power cord, but when you're wearing skates, you do. Weird. There we go. All right, hey everybody, thank you for joining. If you already follow me, hit that follow button. If you have any questions at all, even if it's about why the heck I'm on skates, put them in the comments. I will answer. Right now I'm working on forging out a large billet of Damascus. It's 25 layers to start. Once it gets drawn out long enough, I'm going to cut it up, restack it. It'll be 100 layers. My tongs need a little work. Should be an easy fix. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know that they would allow me to roller skate on there. I don't think they would dig it. More like, I don't think their insurance would like it. Show you guys what else I'm working on. Sword's not sharp yet, but I did the burn through on the handle. Now I just got to attach my all thread, so it'll go all the way through. And I can do the pommel and shape the handle. Another heat down. We're getting closer. This part of the game, when you're making Damascus, it's not super quick. A lot of it's spent heating up the steel, and you got to make sure it soaks in there long enough that all that heat gets down to the core. Otherwise, you're going to have issues. The steel's not going to move right. You might have delams, all sorts of headaches. Making sure the gas was at the right level. All right, how many people? 87 people on here. All right, hey everybody, let's see if we can get to 5,000 likes. So do me a favor, tap on your screen, hit the like button, share, whatever. I'd like to see if we can get the numbers up. Helps me out, helps me grow the page, and what? Ignore my wife. What was I saying? Yeah, I think that's done on a skateboard, honey. Love you. Hey, if you guys don't already follow me, hit that follow button. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments. I will answer. If you're interested in my work, either a custom order or seeing what I have available on the website, it's woodsonKnifeco.com. There is a link in my bio to the website, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, I think. right, so it's starting to get a little wonky. There's some thick spots towards the handle, so I'm going to concentrate on those. Just trying to keep the whole thing nice and even. Got a little ways, but not too much more on this stage. Alright, well, got 101 people on here. We at 3,200 likes. Let's see if we can get to 5,000. Do me a favor, hit that screen, hit that like button. And hey, if you guys don't already follow me, hit that follow button. Every Monday I do live forging. Now, this is the first time I forged on skates. Kind of a odd thing to do, I know, but I thought, what the heck? Might as well give it a shot. I haven't seen anybody else do it, so here we are. Yep. So there's still plenty of heat in that, but I'm going to switch to the power hammer, get it squared up again. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm going to do at least one more on the press. This time I'll turn it so you guys can actually see. I'm sorry. There's always something I forget. Yeah, we're getting closer. I mean, this is not a quick process, but yep. Yeah, we still got a little ways to go. I want to be less than a ½ inch thick. I'm more worried about the length, so when I cut it up, it's still the proper width. I know we're much wider than 4 inches right now. We're probably close to 4 1/4, 4 1/2, which is too wide. So once we get a little thinner, I'll go through and I'll hit the sides, get down to the width I want, flatten it out. It'll take a couple times, but we'll get it there. Although with that in mind, I am going to mark my handbill. If I can find a... There we go. All right. Put a little mark on the anvil so I know where 4 inches is about. Running at 2050 degrees. Hey, thanks for the share. I appreciate it. Which, this is about where I want. Sometimes I'll do it closer to 2150. I don't want to be any higher than that as far as temperature goes. Yeah, I got a lot of billets to forge out. So I've got this billet that I gotta do. I've got a kumai billet. It's a regular copper kumai billet that I've gotta do. And then I've got a high layer Damascus billet. It's gonna be 936 layers that I still have to do. But that one's for a video. That's for my Patreon. It's part of a 5-video series where I'm making a high layer Damascus sax. Okay, I think we have enough heat. We're gonna go again. inches. I was way off. All right, my post is starting to come off, so I'm gonna weld that up really quick and then throw it back in the forge. Why I changed gloves, I have no idea. I'm going to do something for my benefit though. I'm going to dunk the handle. Yeah. I mean, I always thought this was 6 inches. My wife had to educate me. Alright. Where we at? Turn the gas a little. Turn this over here. So we're at 2,000 degrees. I want to get it up there a little bit. So turned up the gas. We're getting there. It's getting pretty long. Probably should measure it at some point. Speaking of that, I'm going to grab a tape measure so I have it. That way I have it on hand. I don't really know how long I'm going for. Actually, I do. We need 16 inches would be good. So I'm going to mark that on the handbill. Checking comments. take a little longer than normal to heat up because when I pulled it out and I had to weld the post back on, cooled off quite a bit, so we got to get past that. But it won't take that long. So for those of you that follow me regularly and you see my lives, give you guys an update on my, if I can turn this, on my daughter's car. So we got the new disc brakes on, plumbed, bled the lines. What else? New shocks. Yeah, so we've got everything starting to get back together. We've got some other odds and ends doing the interior, and we got to figure out how to paint this thing. I've got some Bondo work, as you can see, to do on that fender. Not great at it, but we'll figure it out. But that's the update on my daughter's car, my daughter's Beetle. On my Beetle, I'm putting a Subaru motor in it, a turbocharged Subaru motor in it, and yeah, it's a pain. Almost. Almost ready. My hair is a mess. But you guys aren't here to check out my hair, so. more inches in length, and then we can cut it up. So not too bad. So it's about 13 inches. Now I'm going off a usable space on the billet. The ends have fish lips, and so I'm going to just cut those off. So I'm subtracting those from the length of the billet. I'm thinking we got about 3 inches more to go in length. Width looks pretty good. We're still going to clean it up on the power hammer before we're done. And then this thing's going to anneal overnight. But at that point, since we got the forge hot, I'm probably going to switch over back to that knife that I kind of started. So, yeah. Again, if you guys have any questions at all, put them in the comments. I will answer. Plus, makes the live more interesting. So it's this that I started. Get some more work done on it. Chef's knife. That's what I'm thinking. I gotta start putting that brick door back in front, because as I'm working this through, my elbow that's back behind me is getting really hot. right, for everybody that's just joining, my name's Brock. I'm the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. Right now I'm working on a big billet of Damascus. It's 25 layers right now. Once I get it drawn out to the length I want, which I've decided is 16 inches of usable steel, I'm going to cut it up 4 pieces, restack it. That'll give us 100 layers. Draw that out, and it's going to be part of some death kumai billets that I'm working on. So yeah, so the death kumai billets, it's a core of 1095 high carbon steel. Then I put copper shims, 100 layers of Damascus on each side, more copper shims, and then outside of that, copper Damascus. It's a lot of work. The failure rate is really high. There's so many things that can go wrong with it. That's why I call it death kumai. But when it's done, it looks really good. At least I think so. Now, if you guys are in the market for a custom knife, best way to get a hold of me, go to the link in my bio and go to the website. Shoot me a message or fill out the information sheet for a custom order. Also, while you're there, check out the available knives in the photo gallery I've got. And I see we are at 5,000 likes. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming though. We've still got some time left on the live. So the more you comment, the more you like, the more you share, that means that number of people in here goes up. So do me a favor, do all those things. Help a guy out. Alright, so all I'm doing right now is I rotated the billet. That way, the side that was up was perfect. Flip it over, the other side's a little darker, so they're not the same temperature. I want it to be the same temperature. So what I'm looking for is that there's no dark spots, no shadows. Everything is a nice uniform color. In this case, it's going to be a really bright orange, almost lemon color. Once all those shadows are gone, then I know the billet is up to temperature. And I can start moving some steel. I am making some Damascus. another 1.5 inches, and we'll be there. So 1.5 inches, and we'll be at the length that I want. This way. Like mad scientists here going on today. All right, so what do you guys think of this forging on roller skates thing? Good, I'm glad. That's what I was going for. Plus, I enjoy skating, so. You know, best type of steel for pocket knife. Are you talking a folder? Because I do pocket knives that are fixed blades. I don't mess around with folders. I might do a friction folder. There's a lot of reasons I don't like folding knives. But if you're going to get one, you know, if you're going to be hard on it, beat the heck out of it, buy something cheap. You know, even something that's 440C stainless, that's fine. It'll take some abuse. Now, if you're looking for a high-end one, you could go to some of the CPM stainless steels, but that's going to be a lot more expensive. For a pocket knife that you're going to beat the crap out of, it's kind of hard because a lot of the companies out there that make them, I don't feel like they're really honest about the steel they use. And part of that's because they're made overseas and their steels are different names. And so they just make up something over here. Not all the time, but somewhat. There are some makers out there that specialize in folding knives. I'm not one of them. But if you're looking for a custom one like that, you're going to be looking at probably entry level $500–600 for a custom folder. That'll last you a really long time. Now, if you want to stay south of $100, what is it, CRKT? That's what I carried when I was in Iraq, and they're decent. They're built pretty well. I cannot remember the kind of steel they use, but yeah, I think as long as you go for a good brand, it really does depend on how much money you're willing to spend. Okay, let's turn this so you guys can see. Bear with me, I'm just adjusting the helm. Dominic, how you doing? All right, back in the kiln. We're really close, maybe an inch left in length. It's getting hard to hold that handle even with gloves on. That heat's really traveled down. So I think I might grab a rag. There we go. That'll help cool it down a little bit. And it'll help keep the heat from traveling down that rod yet again. Okay, I think we're going to go right back to the power hammer. will not be using the power hammer because my post is already coming off again. But that's okay. We're going to do the rest on the rolling mill. I don't like that. What I'm going to do is weld it. Yeah, I'm going to just weld the post back up. We will go back to the power hammer. Whew. It's hot in here. Yeah, it's going to take a minute. That billet cooled off quite a bit while it was out of the forge and I had to weld the post back on. So we will be going back to the power hammer. It's just too hard to use my rolling mill while I'm on the skates. So I'm not even going to attempt that. Well, I attempted it, but I decided not to do it. All right, so what do you guys think? You think I should do this roller skate forging again, or not? thought about making some little short videos. You know, it's getting close to the last blade standing time. Just about 30 days until they started, I think. I think it starts February 15th. I can't remember. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure the deadline to get your swords in was either today or tomorrow. So hopefully everybody got theirs in. If they didn't get them in time, that sucks, but it is what it is. We'll see. I'm definitely not looking forward to flying across country again to go to the LBS finals, but it'll be fun. Just not the travel. All right, we're going back to the power hammer, so I'm going to turn you guys this way. All right, post broke off. All right. Now, I have to move it by hand. I may throw some borax in those ends. Well, this forging on skates has definitely been a learning experience. Not in a bad way. Oh yeah, borax. Yes, it's a huge thing of borax. I don't normally use borax, but when I do, I go overboard. All right, so what I'm gonna do is those ends, those fish lips, I wanna make sure they don't go in too far. So I'm gonna crush them down both ends. We're gonna flatten this thing out. I'm glad to hear it, Joe. Also, say hi to her for us. Okay, move this. Just gonna put you guys right there for now. Yeah. I think it works better back here. Not ready yet. Getting there. Nice. It's always something. I gotta change out the dies. Okay, now we're set with flattening dies. We're just gonna run it through here several times, making sure it's nice and flat, nice and even. I hit the sides as well, make sure it's all squared up. Once all that's done, which is probably going to take 3 heats, is what I'm thinking. 3, maybe 4. Once that's all done, I'm going to put it in the kiln to anneal. Actually, no. I'm going to leave it in there to anneal overnight, because that'll take almost 24 hours to cool down. I've got to come up with a better door. I'm kind of tired of the bricks. They work, but they're a pain, and I've got to replace them all the time. But it's nice being able to close up the forge and keep the heat in there, especially when I'm working with some of the non-ferrous metals, copper, brass, that kind of thing. That way everything's even in there. Otherwise, the front of the forge is a different temperature than the back. And when I've got that going on, that's when you start getting failures, melting out your copper, brass, whatever. So that's the main reason I have the front of my forge all closed up. And it helps with efficiency. So I think with that door thing, what I need to do is first off make a platform to replace my little brick platform there. Once I make a platform, then I can figure out the door itself. Kind of cool if I had flip up open. But I think I'd rather have a door that slid. I'm gonna have to sit down, draw something up, see if I can plan something out. I'm always trying to improve my shop. Actually kind of drives my wife a little crazy because I'll reorganize the shop every few months. And I already have plans to, once my daughter's car is done enough and out of here, I have plans to build a room in the back for grinding. Right now, I'll show you guys what I mean. Right now, that black tarp is what protects my leather stuff from dust, and the dust is mainly created because of my grinders. So I'm thinking I build this area. I built this area out so it's about 8 feet deep inside. Put the proper power back there. So I'll have to hire an electrician and get a permit and all that good stuff. But make a dedicated grinding room keep my 2x7E2, my disc grinder, all that kind of stuff in that room, and it's going to keep all the dust out of here. I'll put a ventilation system in it. Of course, hook up my dust collecting system up to it and all that. Constantly trying to improve. Not just my skill, but my environment. I don't know, folks, this forging on skates really, I feel pretty comfortable doing it. I was a little apprehensive, and my wife definitely was apprehensive about me doing this, but it's been fun so far. I am a full-time bladesmith, and right now I'm working on a large billet of Damascus. We're actually just coming to the end of it. Well, the first stage of it, really. So it's 25 layers. We've got drawn out to the length I want, which is 16 inches. Cut up, restacked. I'll cut it up in 4 pieces. That'll give us 100 layers. That's exactly what I want for the project that this is going to go into. So now, I have a question. What would you guys like to see more of in the lives? You want to see me do more, grinding or finish work, or more forging of actual knives? I used to do a knife every time, but then I had a whole pile of knives that weren't finished, and so I had to change how I did things. And so that's why I started doing billets and stuff, kind of anything on the Monday Lives. But if there's something you guys really want to see or see more of, let me know either in the comments or do a Q&A on my page. not the right tongs for this. I'll set it down like that. Not for holding it up vertical, but there we go. It's a little thinner on this end though. I think we're gonna try one more heat, see if we can even that out. Maybe I should go to the power hammer. I kind of wonder if it was a little thinner on that end when I was going through the dies this time, but even if it's not exactly the same thickness, because I'm going to restack and reforge these together, it's not a huge deal. However, the flatter I get, the more even I get, the better it's going to fit together and the easier it's going to be for me to do this stack and forge weld it together. And reality with being a bladesmith, every step you've got to be methodical with. If you make a mistake in one step and say, I'm going to fix it later, that mistake is going to blow up by the time you get to fixing it. You know, and with knife makers, bladesmiths, we don't really make mistakes, we make smaller knives. So if you have a mistake, like I had a knife that randomly had a crack in it towards the end of the blade. The rest of the blade was fine. I don't know why there was a crack there. It was even a stock removal knife. So I just ground it off, redid the knife, and it's perfect. There's no other cracks in it. It got etched. I would have seen them in the etch. But yeah, as a knife maker or bladesmith, you don't make mistakes, you make smaller knives. And hey everybody, if you don't already follow me, hit that follow button. If you're just coming in, my name's Brock. I'm the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. This is my shop. I'm a one-man show. Mondays are my live forging, and right now I'm finishing up a big billet of Damascus. It's 25 layers. I'm getting it ready to be cut up and restacked. Now I won't be doing that today. It's going to kneel overnight, which is going to make it a little easier to cut and not destroy my saw blades. So that's what we're working on. It's a little uneven, so I'm going to just try and even it out a little bit more. I think we'll do one more pass on this, see how it looks, and go from there. Worst case scenario, we'll go back to the power hammer and beat it into submission. Getting close. And I think I will. I think I'm going to finish this and I might get started on that integral bolster chef's knife that I kind of messed around with earlier. We'll see how that goes. but we're going to do it one more time. And while that's heating up, get this guy started. So we'll get that rod heating up. Well, let's do one more pass on that billet with flattening dies. Call it good. I think it's even enough. It would have been fine before. It's just me going a little extra on it. So we'll get this 1085 Japanese cutlery steel rod up to temp, and then we'll take it over the power hammer, start shaping that chef's knife. Or whatever it's going to be. It might not be a chef's knife. Might decide to be something else. I don't know. I like letting the steel kind of go its own way sometimes. We have 5,000 likes. 5,000 likes, 138 people in here. We're not doing too bad. Let's see if we can get to 10,000 likes. That would be cool. I know we've done it before, several times before, but let's see if we can do it again. While I'm just waiting for the steel to heat up. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, look at that. Already jumping up there. There we go. Good enough. So, next step. Oh, shoot. Did it again. I'm sorry, folks. Alright, so there really wasn't much to see. But this is done as far as I want to get it. The next thing I'm going to do is anneal it overnight, which is going to make the metal as soft as possible. And then I'm going to cut it up into 4 pieces, clean them, restack them, forge weld them together, and draw it out again. And then we'll have 100 layers. For now, we're going to hang this in the vise. right, there we go. Okay. There's the power hammer. Should probably turn it on. I'm actually on this next one. I'm going to take it to the anvil real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push all that steel over to one side. I'll show you guys what I mean here in a minute. And then we'll start kind of shaping it. I don't know what it's going to look like in the end. At this point, I'm kind of messing around. All right. Got to let that heat for a minute. Then we'll go back to the power hammer, and we're going to lengthen it and get that depth. And we'll work on the heel pretty much right away. Get that heel formed and then draw the knife out. By the heel, what I mean, my chef's knife, this area right here is the heel, and that's where you rock down. It's usually a flat spot. So what I like to do is pull that heel down and around. I'll try to show you guys. Now it's getting there. All right, so I started pulling that around. The end of this is a little funny. We'll see. Worst case scenario, I'll hot cut some of it off, or I'll just wait and fix it on the grinder. What I want is the basic shape and a relatively even thickness, good enough that I can take it to the grinder and fix if needed. I really need to get some of those guillotine dies. I think that's what they call them. I can't remember if it's guillotine or bevel dies or something like that. But they've got sharp angles like this. Come down, and what it's for is isolating your tang and for integral holsters. So it's a helpful tool, but dies are expensive. All right, I'm going to turn this back. That one got real ugly real quick. Worst case scenario is I just hot cut that off and start over. It's a lot uglier than they usually are, and that's okay. A lot of stuff when it comes to the shape and everything, you can fix on the grinder. Forging is the process of knife making that everybody's familiar with, especially after forge and fire. But realistically, it's not a huge part of bladesmithing or knife making. You spend more time at the grinder than anything else. All right, here we go. All right, man. All right, hey everybody. For all you just coming in, my name's Brock. I'm the owner and bladesmith of Woodson Knife Co. I am forging today. This is my Monday live forging. Yes, I'm on skates. It's the first time I've done this. I just can't figure out what the heck. Might as well. We did a large billet of Damascus earlier. Right now, I'm just messing around with some 1085 Japanese cutlery steel 1-inch bar stock. It's great for making integral bolsters. I'm messing with the chef's knife that I'm forging. I don't like the tip. I made the tip way too thin early on, and because I didn't fix it, now it's causing a problem later. You gotta be meticulous with this stuff, or else you're gonna end up wasting a lot, like I'm probably gonna end up doing on this knife. But every time you make a mistake, it's a lesson learned. Go back to the power hammer. Different angle, but should work. However, I need to get the cord out of the way. There we go. All right, so that downward angle on the spine is perfect. As I do the bevels, that spine is going to come up hopefully to true or close to it. Just kind of how it works when the metal moves, because right now we're like this. We might be a little in towards the edge area, but as we pull in, it's going to push that steel up and out. Okay, I might clean up a little bit on the anvil first. Don't like this right here, but we'll try it anyway. Like I said, worst case scenario is cut it off and start a new one. I don't like wasting material, but kind of is what it is. This one may just be a disaster. I don't know. Some of it looks really good, some of it doesn't. All right. If you guys have any questions at all, put them in the comments. I will answer. And hey, if you guys don't already follow me, hit that follow button. Not digging this knife so far. We'll see. I mean, sometimes when you're doing this kind of stuff and it starts to look a little off, by the time you're done, it's fine. But there's work to be done on the grinder after this, so we'll see. This comment. I can, certainly, Holly. In fact, I had somebody approach me about this last year. They never ended up ordering one. I don't quite remember what happened, but yeah, it is something I can do, definitely. I can even have if you want the measuring marks on there, I can have those laser engraved on, or I could probably etch them on, either way. But yeah, best way to get a hold of me, go to the link in my bio, go to the website, woodsonKnifeCo.com, shoot me a message. I do have a custom order sheet that you can fill out on there. Either way, shoot me a message and we can talk about specifications and price and all that. Okay, so all I'm doing there is I'm looking to see if my bevels are nice and flat, if there's any more planching I need to do. Now, planching is the process of making metal smooth with a hammer. And really all you're trying to do is get rid of any of the major hammer marks, divots, anything that's probably not going to come out on the grinder because it's too deep. Hoorah. All right. I guess I can show you where we're at. Like this. Wow. All right. It's not perfect. This is funky right here. So that'll just come up. I'll grind some of that edge off. I still have to isolate for the hidden tang and all that, but I'm going to stop for right now. It's been a long forging day. So started at like 9:30 today and it's just after 2. So anyways, hey, hope you guys enjoyed watching me forge out some Damascus, mess around with this stupid thing. I'm going to do another one next time. It'll be much better. I'm going to still finish this one, but thanks, Mike. I'm on skates because I can. And I'm pretty proficient at both, so I think I'm going to be safe. So yeah, that's my live for today. I hope you guys enjoy. If you don't already follow me, hit that follow button. Check out my other videos. Last Blade Standing, Season 3. I think today was the deadline to turn in your swords. Now, I turned mine in before the holidays. I actually turned it in first. But that competition starts in February. I've got some videos on here of my Last Blade Standing sword. Go check those out. Make sure you like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you join me next Monday. I do this every Monday. Hope to see you guys then. As always, be kind, much love, and have a great week. If I can shut this thing off. There we go.